But first of all, race 7, here's the lineup. We've got Sunny Star going around. He's got the claim of Alice Wong taking £10 off. California Voce, Sha Tin rides. Helene Feelings drawn awkwardly in barrier 11. Bonza Perla, she hasn't done too much in her 6 starts to date. Beauty Missile has been runner-up from 6 starts on 3 occasions. CP Brave has got the blinkers going back on. The tongue tie cheek pieces off, leading Fortune, and further down Snaffles. E-Legend, Cherry's come up with barrier 4. Nicholson returns off a slight freshen up. Packing Knock Hill off a 9-day turnaround. Romantic Louse drawn awkwardly and entrusted at the bottom for Lyle Hewitson for Chris So. Pace in this race, Paul, will E-Legend likes to go forward, but he's going to have to maybe use a little bit of gas to potentially get there from barrier 13?
Yeah, look, at the horses on the inside, they all seem to go back. So Bonza Perla goes back, Sunny Star goes back. So as such, I think E-Legend, as you say, will have to work a little bit, but I think he can get across. Leading Fortune can come across with him and get into a nice position. And Helene Feeling, another one that's drawn wide, I think he can get into a nice position. So those three should all be able to get into handy positions and get their chance.
First runner we can have a look at for this race is Sunny Star, who's come up with barrier number 1 for Alice Wong. He's won off a rating of 80, this horse, Paul. He's off a rating of 78 here, and he was a horse that had a good enough run midfield on the fence, but it's been a wee while since he's been able to win one, but he hasn't had too many runs for Casper.
No, he's got the £10 claim. He's drawn barrier 1, but I think he'll get back. He hasn't won over the 1,600 metres at Sha Tin. He's a 2-time winner at Sha Tin, but a 3-time winner at Happy Valley. I just think he's a better horse at Happy Valley. He sort of really likes the tight circuit, I should say.
Yes, moving on to the next of them, and we can look here at Helene Feeling. Now, this was him when running second last time out, leading Fortune in this race as well, but Helene Feeling not done too much wrong at all in his 4 runs, Paul, including a win, 2 seconds in his last 2 outings, but barrier 11, I feel, just makes it that little bit trickier for him.
Yeah, look, I think he can get across, though. I think that's the key, is that sort of the first 100 metres. If he does get across, he's come here to Sha Tin. He just got bombed late by Ching here, and it was a really good run at Sha Tin. So I'm not worried at all about the Sha Tin course room, because his other 3 runs have all been on Happy Valley, and he's run well there as well.
Yeah, you can't forget about leading Fortune. He's a 5-time course and a distance winner. He's been running well his last couple of outings. Beauty Missile I referenced before. He's had 3 second placings from his limited starts here. Start 7 on Monday night. Also in this race is Cherry and Entrusted. I think Cherry should get a good run through from barrier 4, Paul.
Yeah, exactly. And look, he finished off nicely enough. There was a bit of rain around this day as well. So back onto it. Well, hopefully it'll be a dry track for him. I think he can run well. Beauty Missile as well. So both these 2 horses go in for me, because I think they're both really good chances in this race. And Beauty Missile is knocking on the door a bit.
Could the key to Cherry be as well that he's got a good second up record, and that's the state he's presented here in? Yeah,
he's going to be a lot fitter after that run. There's no doubt whatsoever. And we'll see what sort of track conditions we do get on Monday night.
Moving on to the next of them, and this is E-Legend, who's got barrier 13, but should be able to lead here. Of course, this was the race that was won by A-Pal, and he stayed on well enough, I thought, considering this.
Yeah, look, he's a multiple winner in Class 4. He comes up to Class 3. He runs reasonable races without winning, so I just wonder if he's better served sort of back in Class 4. I mean, he just seems to be struggle. I mean, it's a strong form race, though, this one. Happy Daily ran well on the weekend.
He was very, very lucky to survive 4th there, with about 6 or 7 other horses coming to dive bomb him late. So he did a good job there, I thought, did E-Legend. Next horse we're going to look at is California Voce. He's been up to Chungfa. First 2 runs were good. Last time out, he copped a little bit of a bump at the start, and that sort of put him on the back foot right from the get-go. Yeah,
exactly. Look, if there is rain around, I think it'll suit him, because his best run was on that yielding track over the 1,400 metres. He does step up to 1,600 metres for the first time. He's run over the 3 runs have all been over 14, but the way he runs and the way he finishes off this trial, you think 16 will be okay for him.
And the trial did look very good there over the final stages from California Voce, and Sha Tin riding there for Tony Cruz. One more to highlight for this 7th race. It is Nicholson returns, who hasn't been seen since the 7th of May. I thought he ran on quite nicely in this barrier trial here, and Lyle Hewitson rides for David Hall for the first time.
He does. Look, the thing that just worries me a little bit about him is his first up record after a bit of a spell. He hasn't won fresh up or second up, so he normally takes a couple of runs to get him ready. He's drawn barrier number 9. He was on the cusp, but I'm just happy to watch him. I think it might be a little bit of a stronger race for him.
You look at his record this season. At the beginning of the season, he ran 5th and then 8th, and then he was able to come out and run 2nd and to win his next couple of starts. Trainer here to follow certainly recently. Paul has been David Hall across the last 5 meetings. He's almost having his best ever season.
He's going well, isn't he, David? And look, Vamos still hasn't got that win on the board, but he always runs a bit of a race for you. Nicholson returns to it, but I think his best chance is definitely Flying Ace in the last. He's going really well at the moment.
Yep, certainly is, and here's a last start winner. We'll preview that race shortly here on the show. But Paul, your selections, what I thought was quite an open race, this one.
Yeah, it's a good race here, race number 7. I'm going to go with Helene Feeling. I think he can get across from barrier 11, and that could be the winning of the race for him. He's such a consistent horse. Cherry with that run under his belt. Leading Fortune, you can't dismiss him. He's very honest. And Beauty Missile, those seconds at his last few starts. So 3, 10, 7 and 5 here for me.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cherry. It might be a little marginal whether he comes up at an each-way price in this race, but he does go well second up, this horse. Ricky Yu, stable again, has found a bit of form at the back end of the season after having a bit of a lull a couple of months ago, and Derek Long is riding here from barrier number 4. So 10 Cherry, over 5 Beauty Missile, again runner-up for him. He's been close up on numerous occasions, and now he's racing well. Helene Feeling's got barrier 11, but Zach Purton to hopefully overcome that. And Leading Fortune, just with his record in this class, course and distance, it's hard to leave him out. Will need a little bit of luck from barrier number 10 for Leading Fortune. So 10, 5, 3 and 7.